Sometime we're cold, sometime we're cold, sometime we're cold, baby, sometime we're cold, sometime we're cold, sometime we're cold, sometime we're cold, baby, sometime we're cold.
Yeah. Hey.
Sometime we're cold,
What?
baby.
Go Dolphins.
This is the podcast.
This guy's a Dolphin. You for real Dolphins fan?
3, 2, 1.
That's funny. Welcome back to Sometime with Colton Dover. I'm your host, Colton Dover, and I'm scooting up to my chair. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast now. What do you think we're... Yeah, we're shooting now. Are you ready? Sometime with Colton Dover, yeah. No, really?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Wait, welcome to Sometime with Colton Dover. Did I catch you off guard?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Not at all.
Welcome back to Sometime with Colton Dover. I'm your host, Colton Dover. I think this is episode 22, I believe. Yeah, 22. And we're guest with the great, legendary, incredible. Wait, what?
Rocco Daro.
Oh, okay. I was gonna do a third one. Yeah, Rocco Daro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I kind of butchered your intro.
I like it.
Cool. How you been, man?
Been doing well.
Yeah. How's Dodge going? Because you are the owner of Dodge Pyramid Show.
I can introduce myself a little bit too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Rocco Daro. I'm a producer from Elkhart. Produce music and events from Dodge Pyramid Show. Please ask me what Dodge is.
What is Dodge?
Dodge is a place where dreams come true, where you witness great talent.
Yeah.
And it's just a great time.
Yeah, it is. Anytime, jokes aside, anytime I can go to a Dodge show, it's always a great time with great performers from all around the local Michiana area. I know a lot of people there. I started with, whether it's a comedian or a musician. And I even started making music before comedy, so it was really cool to get back in that scene, even after doing comedy a lot, so it's kind of cool. And even what I'm doing now, you kind of brought me back into the thing, which is cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I like...
You're expanding, branching out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to expand with you guys because Dodge is definitely the real deal, especially, with Colin being there, which is awesome to see him grow there because his music there is fire. It's cool that you brought that sound, you elevated that sound.
It's a true network. You meet one person and it leads you to another person.
Right. Yeah. What's your favorite part about the events or favorite type of events? Do you like showcases? Do you annual events gala
I like being creative. I like seeing other people be creative at the events, taking the format and creating something new. Music and variety has been.
You can talk to the mic up a little bit. My bad.
No problem.
Turn that up a little bit. There we go.
Music and variety has been our anchor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a place where we can offer the most at once. Yeah.
So, we did, we do music. We opened up comedy in the past year and a half. Magic. Brody Long's dad performed. Tell me about that show.
Yeah. Dodge is where magic happens.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Now we offer magic.
Yeah.
Officially. Mm-hmm. First time you see it or anything there, it's there to stay.
Yeah.
So magic is going to be alive. We got fire. We've got dance. We got music. We got jokes, comedians. We got everything in between pretty much.
Yeah.
At least that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I like that idea, the aspect of it's a talent showcase of different creatives, different mediums. I know a cool idea I pitched you once would be a cool, theater. That'd be cool one day to even see screenplays performed at Dodge, or a Dodge-esque screenplay.
It's full of ideas.
Yeah.
Dodge, more specifically, is a creative place.
Yeah.
Where dreams come true.
Mm-hmm.
That offers space and resources for people to be creative.
Right.
And have a thrill of a lifetime.
Yeah. It's like a experimental almost, for pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, with intention. So specially curated events and environments and space for when you're in the studio and when you're performing.
Mm-hmm.
So it hones in on the talent, but equally offers the experience to anyone who's there.
Yeah. So how long? First of all, how long has Dodge been like operating since being an event
5.5
space?
years.
5.5 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a good amount of time.
Yeah, I've been asked about persistence and consistency,
Uh-huh.
and I think they go hand in hand.
They do.
So the persistence that's needed to continue a project like this comes with good discipline and consistency, and that's one of the biggest things that I've learned through the
Yeah.
process.
I kind of learned that with the podcast too. I realized like after going like weeks on end, it's like, damn, if I continue this, it's almost like if I...
It's one of the first things that, as a viewer, I notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see a podcast once, and when you see it reoccur, then you see something's being proven and done, and that you must enjoy it.
Right. Right. I love doing it. I love talking to people. It's one of my favorite things to do, and chopping it up, talking shit with people.
Sometime a cult, sometime a cult,
cold,
sometime a
cold,
cold,
sometime a cold, sometime a cold, baby. This guy's on the phone. But the reason why I asked you how long Dodge has been, around, how many shows do you think you guys have done?
We have our entire history on a document with some posters on our website, and the last it was updated, it was over 70.
Wow.
So we've done many since then. I think that we're going on our 100th event now.
Fuck.
This summer. We'll hit it.
That's so much. That's nice. That's awesome.
A crown milestone for us.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, that feeds into the consistency and persistence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now we got triple digits attached to our events.
Yeah. Do you ever, when was like, when you realized like, hey, do you remember what show it was when you realized, oh, this is
going to go on?
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah, what show was that?
Very first one.
Lovely. That's awesome.
And that's why our name has stuck and our mission has totally stayed the same. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Something happened there, and there was a quick development once the idea was in all of our minds. It started out in the studio.
Yep. On
Main Street, accumulating talent. You really don't want to do that. So started out on the studio, and that's where all the talent accumulated, and then the idea was to present it as an event.
Mm-hmm.
So right when we started.
That's awesome. So it's been 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And I remember I started there when it was on 224. That was a cool studio. I remember one of the biggest times I murdered there. That was the last like big show I did there. That was a fun show.
At 224.
Yeah. I like that space. It was fun. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool when I first went there. I first met you. You knew Vaughn. Vaughn was, I knew him before I met you guys, so it was cool. Like, you guys chopped it up and you guys linked the stuff. But that's really cool that it was, Nathan, Drew, and then you mentioned, I said, yeah, I'm a comic, and you mentioned we need comedy. And I was trying to find places that do comedy because I was only doing open mics at the Drop Comedy Club. So I was like...
That was something that you represented as part of the network and just part of our circle of creators was you're bringing in the comedy influence.
Yeah.
The way you and Stone worked was just like the way other musicians work when they're really trying to grow and make new content.
Right.
You guys were chopping up the greats and like quotes and strategies, and it sounded a lot like the studio work that happens for music. So it was like you brought a whole another package in with comedy, even though when we met, I saw you as a videographer.
Right.
We're like, let's get some video going because we need it.
Right.
And then you had all the opportunity to become a comedian, and so you just kept pursuing that. I like to watch it. We still needed video at the time.
Right.
But it was a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. The yin yang of that. And it's crazy because and I was told Humphrey Doom came over last night. We were hanging out, and he said, "It's cool that I like to, I like to tap into a lot of different mediums. It's fun because, as he said, that's a true creative, like who tries to be involved with different stuff. And I feel like there is a blessing and a curse because it's cool to be a jack of all trades, but a jack of all trades is sometimes a master of nothing. So, like,
full quote, though,
what's the full quote?
Jack of all trades, it has a total silver lining to the entire meaning.
Could you repeat it?
So jack of all trades, simplify it. Not too simple though.
Yeah.
Pretty much, jack of all trades has a knack above anyone else that only focuses on one thing. So our society actually kind of flipped the meaning a little bit because jack of all trades actually has a newfound skill that is kind of in depth with all those different things. The phrase is supposed to say that if you're a jack of all trades, you're actually better than the person who just focuses on one thing at that certain thing.
Because I guess it is more skills.
Yeah, and I just learned that this more recent. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Right.
Huh.
So
I thought there was a different.
take pride in it.
Yeah, I try to. I try to be like. I try to know as much as I can when I go into different stuff.
Yeah.
But I try not to be. I don't know.
I encourage people to focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
But then try different stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good advice.
Mm.
Man, well, so what's up with you though? Like,
Yeah.
Any new stuff that you've been working on, or?
Yeah. So I have something to offer your audience.
For sure.
If you're looking for inner peace, thrill of a lifetime, again, world domination, go ahead and stream Quantum Incursion on all platforms. That's right. Yeah, if you're interested, this is something that you can try. You can go and stream Quantum Incursion on all platforms, and you might get one of those three. So,
or all three. At the
Quantum
same time.
Incursion by Rocco Daro and Nathan Van Meter.
Out now on all platforms. It's a great song.
Check it out. That's new music.
It's a song. Yeah.
Yes.
The camera guy's confused. All you
gotta Just listen to this.
You can definitely, with this new song, you can channel world domination for sure. Yeah.
So go ahead and check it out. Actually, the drop is hitting right now.
Boom.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm gonna act out things, different movements, and Colton is gonna have to put it all in post.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna let him know when it's coming.
I'm not gonna.
I have one more question. Why are we upside down right now? Here, just flip it over.
Yeah, I'll flip it over. I'll flip us over.
I'm gonna make as much work for him for this podcast.
Just do that one.
Whoa!
I'm gonna leave that one in, just to make you look.
That's good. It was a risk.
Whoa! What would you even do there? What kind of effect would you even do there?
Definitely something wavy,
Yeah, it'd be like a bubbly.
voices kind of flanged.
Yeah, is it flanger or flanger?
I say take it up to interpretation.
With the modulation. I don't know.
Flanger.
I made two. So, music. Go back to music. I made 2 new songs in the past 24 hours. I showed it to them. They hated it.
That's critical.
Yeah,
They've
but
got a refined palate.
but I need to show you them. They're from my album. But yeah, that's my new album dropping this summer. By the way, number 9. It's in the
By
oven.
Katie.
Yeah, it's currently in the oven cooking, getting chefed. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I need to show you those 2.
I'd like to hear those.
But yeah, I don't even know
You
what
got
to
a lot of
talk about.
questions written down here.
Yeah, I know. I have like 40. I don't know, man. How was your week?
Pretty good. So, we may have an act there this weekend that wasn't planned but could be good potential. So working on that quick. Recently had midget wrestling.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, how was that show?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
How'd you even get that handled? Tell me how the story. How'd you even get that set up?
I was walking down the yellow brick road.
Came across.
No, that joke cost me money. So it was all about the show. They called me. Actually, a local support group reached out. Shout out Holland Larry and 574. He asked me on a Friday, said, "Are you interested in midget wrestling?" And such a silly question.
Yeah. Just the Pope Catholic.
Exactly. And I said yes. He said, "I need to know right now for sure." I said, "Seriously, man." Yes. So it was a couple days. We didn't hear from them, even though we told them we're ready. Though the word spread very fast, so I had a little bit of pressure on the back end.
Yep.
To have these midgets here. And so in my mind, it had to happen. When a week came around, I called the owner and explained our intention, what we were looking for, and just talked through everything right there.
Yep.
We said, all right, we're going to do an aggressive promotion, 7 days, we're going to do it. And they were great to work with. I enjoyed it very much, pre-show, during the show, after the show. And, yeah, it happened. They go all year round. They'll be back in this area in 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, they go to Hawaii a couple times.
That's fun.
The place filled up. We had a great turnout and a good crowd. Everyone was excited and totally tuned in.
Yeah.
And a lot of Micromania fans showed up, which was great, wearing merchandise.
Micromania. That's so funny.
It took a lot of the Dodge Network members by surprise and shock, even though they knew that it was happening.
Yeah.
They
all look so excited.
Yeah.
They all had so much fun. I saw Colin's stories and shit. He was getting so fucking hyped, dude.
We were talking about that one for a while. It was the day after a really great show that we had at Dodge, Music and Variety. And so it's a good weekend. And so we're on a high from that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this weekend, though, also.
That's awesome. And so when's your next comedy stuff you think about doing?
Probably in about a month.
In about a month? Yeah. Love to perform there again. Great comics there. The last show there was insanely fun.
It was a great show.
Yeah. That was a cool stage
awesome
there.
Crowd.
Yeah.
Built the seats, and the environment was tuned in.
Yeah, it was. Everyone had so much fun. That, and performing at the first studio, 224, cool stage. It was a whole open area. It was really fun performing there. Performing at the new studio, and floor B, just that's fun. Cool little. It looked like. It looked like that stage looks like. It looks like a Tonight Show stage.
Yeah.
Kind of gives that off that vibe.
Right.
But the third floor.
That's star power.
That was. I felt like a star. I felt cool. Funny story. I would tell you what happened. Like when I was in the backstage.
What happened?
So I'm in that room to get onto stage, and my phone's not with me, so I can't text anybody. My Apple Watch dies, so I'm completely gone. And then I'm about to drink my water, and I spill all my water on me. I spill all my water on me, dude. I spill all my cup of ice and water all on me, and it's like, I don't know.
You're gonna have to do it every single time.
I think we started at 7, right? We started at 7. It was like 6:57, 6:58. You're about to call me up on stage.
Yeah.
And you're like, and you played coconut water.
Coconut water
and
in
I'm
your pants?
like, and there's no light in that room. just the window coming in. So like I'm using the light from the window to see how much water's actually on my pant. And I'm like, fuck it, it's a comedy show. If there's piss on my fucking shit, then there's piss on my shit.
Do it every time.
Yeah.
Just dump a every time.
Or just piss. Just piss.
Yeah, just pee.
Just piss. Or just pee. Yeah. But that was a really fun show.
Yeah.
That was a really fun show.
Yeah, come out to Dodge Pyramid Show, 112 South 2nd Street, Elkhart, Indiana. It's got everything.
Yeah, it's a place to be. It's a very fun,
It's an experience.
It's the experience, man. Yeah, and there's new names. I mean, I remember there's new names every other like few weeks that I just see on stage. I'm like, damn, who's she? Or damn, who are they? They sound fire.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
We've been very fortunate to meet and be acquainted with a large amount of new artists in the past 3 months. You know, our page has grown a lot, and just seen the best in a lot of people.
Yeah, it's really cool to see it grow, man. Sorry, I'm yawning. You're not boring me. Can you tell me what's up?
I was asleep with my eyes open during the conversation.
Dude's in his heavy.
Remming.
Yep, you're revving. You're in your subconscious. So tell me a little bit about, because we're talking about Dodge. Tell me a little bit about your music career and your career and your talent, because I love your music, man. Me and Stone will go off about fucking fraud. Like, dude, I love your shit. Your shit's amazing. Like, I love
The Lonely Throne.
Yes. Fucking Show Me Love. I have that as one of my alarm. It wakes me up like at 8:30. It's like, damn. Already show love.
Pleasing sound, and it's a longer track, so you can wake up slow.
Yeah, exactly why. Tell me a little about that your music itself, and how your craft has been crafted, essentially.
Early on, I was surrounded by a lot of these components, just hand-me-downs, and those are kind of like my Legos, where I would just stick things together and try to make things work, try to make a sound. And so I always loved music, listening to Bob Marley and Louis Armstrong and the Beatles and Beach Boys and other soul like Temptations and Jackson 5. That made me love music, just listening to it. Also, my family loved music.
Yeah.
They have other careers and other hobbies, though they always had a deep appreciation for music. So I always found myself in that place.
Yeah.
I built a little studio when I was only like 10 years old.
That's crazy. Holy fuck.
So it was just being surrounded by this stuff is where it started. So really old equipment, but I would make, music come out of it.
Right.
And then I actually got to use music software when I was about that age too. It's called Home Studio. And all these things were happening, not part of, a plan that was presented to me or presented to myself. It was just kind of a building, progress project, I guess. But listen to music. And when I got into high school, I started playing and started writing my own music before playing covers. And I took anything I knew about writing music and making music and just started creating an album. And at that time, the people around me weren't releasing music, and I didn't know more than maybe 3 people that made full bodies of work at the school I was at. Though at the same time, I was surrounded by musicians from the band. So while we were all inclined musically and being trained, I was at home also making my own songs with the intention of releasing it. So I recorded my own music. I put it out on Reverb Nation, and it's cool because they've got a leaderboard, so I got to see how it was being interacted with and how much.
That's cool.
And then I went on a trip after graduating, lived primitively off the trail for a little bit, climbed a mountain, came home and re-recorded the whole album in a studio. So that was my work, and I put that out to the surprise of a lot of my peers and people from my circle, and that just set my trajectory, I guess. I was already ready to make more music once I released that, something that was totally different. Started being obsessed with electronic music, and which is the opposite of what I had just made. So I was on a mission there.
Yeah.
And I did more traveling, and it was all in the spirit of making great music and getting out there. And so after traveling, I came back and I actually went to school for audio technology, and I didn't finish totally. But I learned a lot, and I got to meet some great people. So once I started doing things in the field that they were learning about in class, I just took that path. So I scored a film, and I took that, and I went to LA, and I did some producing. I did audio work. I did content generation, and then once I got to really experience LA and the most prevalent place for the industry, I found myself at home during the holidays, and it was like jackpot.
Right.
Jackpot. The talent was amazing. Everyone was interested, ambitious. There was music out there being recorded at home in the area, and so I opened a studio. The doors started flooding, and the network started to grow. We were making music every day, and that's when we gave birth to Dodge, to then take what we were doing there to this company that would represent a better version of all of us and would strive to limitless creativity. Yeah.
Damn.
Pretty much. And events are our ship.
Right. Yeah. That's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful story of, how you've kind of become.
I'm a music producer.
Yeah.
To the heart. I told myself when I was young that I was a music producer. Started out, thought I was a cartoonist. One day I said I might be a producer, and I can call myself a full-time producer now.
For sure.
Producer.
Yeah.
Where I conduct private sessions and offer a music experience to a lot of people.
Yeah, and you can do it, man. I know a lot of people that's worked with you, and their music is phenomenal. So I love it, man.
Yeah,
and I love working with you.
Times.
I think we're going to wrap up here. I appreciate you coming on, talking with me, having some time with me, talking about Dodge and talking about you, man. I love hearing your music, and I love everything that you do. I'm a big fan of your shit. So thanks for coming on.
Here's the drop
again. So much editing. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching Sometime with Colton Dover on Spotify and YouTube. Colton Dover on every platform. Colton Dover Comedy on TikTok. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening and watching.
Rocco Daro. Follow. Dodge Pyramid Show.
Yep. Thank you.